Hi campers. And do we have a bit of news for hang on, just let me stop creaking and cracking with this VR headset. So a bit of news. In the works is a new CM content manager from a modder that, if you've got any mods, you've probably got plenty of his mods, but we shall rename nameless until I do a video of it, because he dropped me a copy in. I've had a chat with him, had a look at some screenshots, and yeah, game changer. Think about all your mods, your cars, your tracks, your paint skins, your AI drivers, and everything else, all in one place. And you can go in there and have a play around with them. So for modders out there, things got a lot easier for you as well. And for everybody else, everything's going to be in one place and nice and easy to get at and have a little play. So anyway, we're taking some GTEs out at Bathurst. And we're going to use a mixture of original cars and some mod cars from Fred, if I remember rightly. And seeing as I'm a big fan of GTs in LMU in the Ferrari, that's what I'm going in. So without further ado, let me find the right button and let's get into it. And that's the wrong button, hang on. Messy start. Go, go, go. Full field of cars. We're starting in the middle. Let's get rid of all of that. And away we go. 6 laps around Bathurst. Let's try and keep out the back of the Corvette before we get round the first corner. So yeah, like I said, we're running mods and in-game cars on the same field. They're all very well evenly matched, as you can see. Just try and stay out of trouble on the first lap, at least. We'll leave the crash into the last lap. So yeah, content manager, where everything is in one place with a vast array of tools and a very easy and nice looking interface. I've got a few screenshots and you're kind of looking at the tabs of things. Everything makes sense. But I will be getting a copy later today, and I've been asked to have a play and make a video and show everybody what is in the works. So I will duly do that and show you lot, you horrible dirty lot, what's in the works. It is early access, but I've known the guy and his mods for quite a long time, and he's never disappointed. Like I say, you've probably got quite a few of his mods yourselves, if you've got any mods at all. No, it's not Fred. There's the first clue. Right, that's the last clue. Oh, he's a Viking as well. There you go. 2 clues. You're getting no more. Trying to look how I'm going to get around these lot. I think the last turn up the inside, as long as that Corvette doesn't try to pull a move on the Porsche. I think they heard me. Hang on. Oh, I had to really hammer on them down to first. Get out of that one. Jeepers. Try again. Make that one stick, Owen. It's one of the things when you come back to AMS2 after like LMU and PMR, which has got a new update, which is helping. It's not fixed, but it's helping. You do realise how slidey and how much the cars move around, but you very quickly kind of adapt to it, which makes it all the more exciting, really. Yeah, we'll back out of that one. We don't want to be going side by side up here. Or do we? Maybe I do. Maybe I just feel in that mood. No, I don't. Ignore me. Double tap of the brakes as we go in there. Whoa, that Porsche's giving me grief from behind. So yeah, I was just watching the recent race weekend at Bathurst for these cars. As usual, it was quite spectacular, as you can imagine if you haven't seen it. Whoa, getting distracted now. But let me know your thoughts on the new content manager and what you would like to see in it and what you think's in it. And like I said, I will be dissecting it and get me grubby mitts all over it and breaking things. And I will make a video and go a little bit in depth into where it's at the moment. I'm looking forward to that. That'll be my evening taken up with trying outrageous stuff with it. Put me inside here, thank you. I know all the player passing places. I've turned head movement down to half of what I normally have it on, because I noticed a few of you were suffering with oh, that went a bit deep. Yeah, a few of you were suffering with motion sickness. Never a good thing watching a VR video on YouTube in 2D. So we've dampened it down quite a bit. It's on about 40%. I'm not turning it off completely because I do like the immersion of the car moving about, rather than me being super glued into it by the spine. Thus there is no movement other than that's what's going on outside. I don't think the super glue racer car drivers into the seats. I could be wrong. I would imagine there's a little bit of movement to the helmet. For now, make your own jokes up there. That was inadvertent. Ooh, big words for a Sunday morning, Owen. I'm losing track of where I am. Don't know how I could. I'm coming off the mountain. Let's have a look. Of course, these have not got ABS, so my front right tyre is taking a bath, and my front rear tyre is getting a bit warm. That's halfway through. Just taking a bit easier on the brakes. Easier said than done, Owen. Ooh, another lock up. Come on. Let's get on the back of these. Curbs are wild and wonderful on this thing. They're quite, they just shove you around a bit. Behind the Aston Martin now. In its Gulf Racing colours. Coming up on the BMW. Okay. Didn't have to hold it that tight. The Aston had backed out. Does look like a Viper from the back with that colour scheme. Side panels illuminated. It's better, don't break that late, Owen. Roll it in here, lazy down. Try and look after the tyres over the mountain. I prefer the GTEs over the GT3s. Booze, hiss, pies and rotten tomatoes thrown at me for saying that. But they are a little bit more organic, a little bit more analogue than the GT3. It says locking the brakes up everywhere. Yeah, they're really analogue at destroying the tyres. You You can just see the way the AI are moving around with them as well. It can be a bit of a handful, but great when you get it right. Down the hill. Of course, we're in VR, running on a 1080 Ti. Quick news on that, the GOAT is going to be replaced in the next month or so. I'm going to get a 3080. The new titles like AC Evo and LMU are pushing it a little bit for the 1080 Ti. So we're going to have a bit of an upgrade. They're coming up quite cheap. So we'll grab one of those and fund it with selling the GOAT to a local farmer. Up against our teammate here. Cleared of him. Getting the slipstream and on we go. What are we on? Lap 5. Okay. Hang on, let's look at the tyres. Front right, near bogging, as they say locally. Can't get rid of them. Yeah, when you bring up the hood like that in VR, it's like suddenly looking at your phone and trying to read a text. You can't see anything out the window. Not because it's obscured, it's because your eyes focusing on something a lot closer than you. VR works very much like real life in that your eyes focus on where they need to. It's black magic really, but that's what gives you that 3D effect seamlessly. Whoa, he just coasted over the hill, just burble out the exhaust then. We'll keep it tight here. We'll just try and line ourselves up for a run down the hill on this Ferrari. Myself a bit of room. Just line in, hook it in. Get on the power a bit earlier. No. Try and get a draft. Nobody behind us. Okay, we're going to go full chat through here. This is not the place to try and outbrake somebody. We'll get them lined up for coming out of this little chicane. Big slide. Got him. We're clear. Use both curbs. Bounce ourselves back on the track, Owen. Oh, big slide in. That front right is causing me issues. Heavy braking, I'm pulling to the left. The front right's just drifting out of me, which is great if I'm going into a left-hand corner, but not when I'm going into a right-hand one like this. Yeah, it's not biting in. Come on, it bites once I'm in, but on the braking zone, no. Let's compensate for that. Come on. Yeah, using all the track here is like inches off a concrete wall. Crazy track. That many bumps and ups and downs. I think you're on a rally circuit at times. Come on. Big lock-up coming over the hill. Just calm it down, Owen. Get around this tight, hook it in. Got it. Fourth gear's a bit too much. Third. Whoa, big slide. Pray to the tyre gods it would grip then. It did. What are we on, lap 5? Oh, lap 6, last lap. Oh, I shouldn't have looked. We're in 4th anyway. Can we get a podium? Bit too far back. Send it. Oh, no, no, no. Can we get the Ford? Can we get the Ford? I doubt it. We're too far back here. I'd have to go in like an Exocet missile to get that. Yeah. Oh well, good race though, as usual. Thanks for watching, and more on the content manager very soon. Adios.